I am not a solid, neither am I a gas. I could be light or heavy, depending on my source. Irrespective of the source, I'm always a horrible mixture of organic and inorganic substances. Very sophisticated purification methods have been developed to separate me into useful components, most of which are still mixtures. I am a storehouse of energy, chemical, thermal, and mechanical. My components serve as fuel for the kitchen. Coffee.
Crude oil.
Crude oil. The last part of the contest, the second half of round 5, where I give out statements, and the school is to tell me whether the statement I have made is true or false. Each school has its own statement. They have 10 seconds within which to give me an answer. A correct answer is worth 2 points. If the answer is not correct, the school has 1 point deducted from the marks they have already earned. This is to avoid guessing. Now, the school has an option not to answer the question or the statement with whether it's true or false, in which case I'll pass the statement on to the other school for 2 points if they get it correct, or -1 if they don't. So here are the rules for the last bit. Go back to Techiman and start with the true or false statement. Techiman, the diagonals of a rectangle bisect each other perpendicularly. Appear.
It's false.
Yes, it's false. Prempeh College, the diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other perpendicularly. Isaac.
True.
Yes, it's true. Techiman, the systematic name for KMNO4 is potassium tetraoxomanganate 8. Appear.
It's false.
It's false. Prempeh College, household bleach is a solution of sodium oxochlorate 2. Isaac.
It's false.
It's true. All right, Techiman, we can perceive the glow of a heated solid because of its radiation. Isaac.
It's true.
It's true. Prempeh College, a body that glows yellow is hotter than one that glows red. Kofi.
True.
Yeah. Techiman, adenine and guanine are the nitrogenous bases referred to as purines. Isaac.
It's true.
True. Yes, it's true. Prempeh College, 2 ATPs are produced when one glucose molecule goes through glycolysis. Yeah.
False.
That is true. Techiman, the contact process is used for the manufacture of HNO3. Appear.
It's true.
Appear, no. It's for H2SO4. It's false. So -1 for Techiman. Prempeh College, the reaction between H2, that's hydrogen, and Cl2, chlorine, to form HCl is a redox reaction. Kofi?
True.
Yeah. Techiman, cos 90 degrees is equal to 1. False.
False.
Yeah, it's false. So you raise your hand before you ask. Prempeh College, tan 45 degrees is equal to 1. So Isaac.
It's true.
Yes, it's true. The wavelength of sound in air is independent of the velocity of the source of the sound. Appear.
It's true.
That's false. Prempeh College, the period of a simple pendulum is independent of the energy of the pendulum. Isaac.
It's false.
It's true. The last 2 statements. Techiman, the scientific name for the grain weevil is macrothermis bellicosus? Isaac?
It's false.
It's false. Macrothermis bellicosus is for the termites. Prempeh College, our last statement. The hypocotyl is that part of the seedling between the cotyledon and the leaf. Yeah.
It's false.
Viewers, we have come to the end of this third contest in the quarter-final series. Here are the scores. Techiman Secondary School had 37 points. Prempeh College had 84 points. Well, we have one more quarter-final to come, but Prempeh College tells me that irrespective of what is going to happen, they are marching all the way to Accra. I don't know about that. But we will be here next week with the last of the quarterfinals between Konongo Odumase, who defeated Nabrongo in the... Once again to the Brilliant Science and Math Quiz program. We are still in the preliminary series for the competition for the schools in the northern sector of the country. Today, judging from the mood in this hall, I think we are going to have an exciting contest. But I'll tell you more about the schools which are competing today and the rules of the game after a break and a message from our sponsors. Please stay with us. To the Brilliant Science and Math Quiz program. The two schools competing today are Ghana Secondary School from the northern region of the country and Prempeh College from the Ashanti region. Now, Ghana Secondary School is in the same town as Tamale Secondary School, whom you will recall beat the current champions in the northern sector of the country. Now, Ghana Secondary School tells me that they want to behave like their brothers did and try to beat Prempeh College, which was the national champion in 1994. Prempeh College is telling me that they were so sorry they couldn't make it to the finals last year, and they are going to make sure that they do so this year. So, of course, they don't want to be unseated in the preliminaries. So that is why we are all expecting an exciting contest for today. Now, to the introduction of the contestants. Ghana Secondary School is to my right and represented by
Usmani Isa, SS3. Mawir Chair, SS3.
Salim Funihat, SS3.
Prempeh College is to my left and represented by
Yao Edubuachi, SS3.
Kofi Amwato Osingwati, SS3.
Isaac Saki, SS3.
We are ready for the contest, and the rules of the contest is as follows. We would have 5 rounds of competition as usual, and at the beginning of each round, the rules for the round will be given. We are going to start with round 1, and here are the rules. Most of the questions in round 1 do not involve calculations, and so the contestants have 15 seconds within which to give me an answer. A correct answer is worth 3 points. If the answer is not correct, I may pass the question on to the other school for a bonus point of 1 if they get it correct. If the question involves calculations, then the contestants have 30 seconds within which to give me an answer. In this particular round, most of the questions are just for information. So these are the rules for round 1. Good luck to both schools. I'll start with Ghana Secondary School. Ghana Secondary, how many faces has a cuboid? Cyrus?
6.
6, that's correct. Prempeh College, how many edges or sides has a cuboid? Isaac?
12 edges.
12. Ghana Secondary, only one attempt at answering this question, only one attempt. What kind of joint is found between the skull and the atlas. Nihad.
Pivot joint.
No, it's not a pivot joint. And when we eliminate in this kind of questions, I don't pass it on. It's a hinge joint. It's a hinge joint. Now, Prempeh, what kind of joint is found between the atlas and the axis? Yao.
Pivot joint.
It's a pivot joint. Ghana Secondary. The property of inertia. Then this one, I'll give you a choice. I'll give you 4 words and you just fill it, you just give me one of this. The property of inertia is found in a body's, and is it momentum, velocity, friction, or mass? The property of inertia is found in a body's what? And I want one of the 4. Isa.
Momentum.
No. No. I didn't say only one attempt, so I'll just give you one more chance. Yes, Nihad.
Mass.
Mass.
Velocity.
Okay, since you said mass, okay, I'll just give you 2 out of 3. You said mass the first time, so I'll give you 2 out of 3. Prempeh College. The point at which an Earth satellite is closest to the Earth is called, and again I'll give you 4. You just give me 1 out of the 4. The point at which an Earth satellite is closest to the Earth is called 1. Apogee, 2. Perigee, 3. Aphelion, or 4. Perihelion. Kofi.
Epigee.
Apogee. Ghana Secondary. Give me one method by which bond length, that is the length of a bond length can be measured. Tairu.
You take the distance between the nuclei of a given of 2 atoms.
Now I said, give me a method. I want the name of the method. Prempeh College for a bonus. Kofi.
X-ray.
X-ray. Prempeh College. How does carbon-carbon bond length in an alkane differ from that in an alkene? Kofi.
In the alkanes, they are longer than in the alkenes.
Ghana Secondary. State the first law of reflection. Yes, Tairu.
It says that the normal, the incident ray, and the reflected ray all lie in the same plane. All lie at the same point in the same plane.
Say it again.
It says that the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane.
Yeah. Prempeh College, state the second law of reflection. Kofi.
The angle of incidence equals the angle of reflection.
Ghana Secondary. Solve the following inequality for x. 2x plus 1 is less than 5. Isa.
X is less than 2.
X is less than 2. Prempeh, solve the following inequality for x. 3x minus 1 is greater than 11. Yao.
X is greater than 4.
X is greater than 4. Ghana Secondary. What happens during anaphase of mitosis? Nihad.
The centrals with their spindle fibers draw the chromatids or chromosomes to the end of the cell.
All right, that's good enough. That's good enough. Well, it didn't say it the correct way, but it's good enough. But the important thing is that the chromatids will move. They will move to opposite poles. But that, her definition is good enough. Prempeh College, what happens during the metaphase of mitosis? Kofi?
The chromosomes align themselves on the spindle fibers.
That's good enough. Ghana Secondary. The valence shell of iron, Fe, is 3d6-4s2. Explain why iron shows valency of +2 and +3. Tairu.
To show the valency of +2 when you have 2 electrons from the 4s orbital lost, or when one, and you show a +3 valency when an electron from the d orbital is promoted to the s orbital and thereby losing all the 3 electrons.
I'll give you 1 out of 3. Yes, the +2 states the 2 electrons from the 4s2 orbitals will be lost to get it. But the essence of the question is for you to realize that if you lose 1 more electron from the 3d orbitals, because it's 3d6, the 5 that is left is stable. So if you don't add that, the 3d5 is stable, and that's why you can afford to get that. Okay, so that's why I'm giving you 1 out of 3. Prempeh College, predict the commonest valencies of manganese, the valence shell of which is 3d5-4s2. Isaac. Isaac. +2.
And +7.
And +7. You can lose the 2. If you lose 2 from 4s2, the molecule is stable because you have 5 d orbitals filled, half filled. But you can lose all the 5. You cannot lose in between, all right? +2 and +7. It's a teamwork, so one can add to it. With that, we come to the end of the first round. Viewers, at the end of round 1, we have a difference of 10 in the scores with Ghana Secondary School trailing. Here are the scores. Prempeh College, 25 points. Ghana Secondary, 15 points. Round 2, where we ask questions which are more applied than theoretical. We want to make sure that the students would apply the material that they have learned, and the public will also see the relevance of science in their daily life. The scoring here is similar to the scoring in round 1. 3 points for a correct answer, 1 point if it is a bonus. Most of the questions, again, will not involve calculations. So the contestants will have 15 seconds within which to give an answer. But if the question involves calculations, then they would have 30 seconds within which to give me an answer. Good luck to both schools. I start with Prempeh College this time. The first question involves some calculations. A rectangular floor measures 15 meters by 10 meters. The cost of carpeting 1 meter square is 10,000 cedis. Find the cost of carpeting the whole floor. Kofi?
1.5 million.
1.5 million. And this is pretty realistic. It costs a lot to carpet a floor these days. Ghana Secondary. Find the cost of carpeting a square floor of side length 20 meters if the cost of carpeting 1 meter square is 5,000 cedis.
Everybody.
Tie with your hand up. Isa.
0.8.
Tairu.
100,000.
To carpet a floor? No. Okay, last chance to Nihad.
200 million.
Prempeh for a bonus. Yes, Yao.
2 million.
Yes, 2 million. Nihad, if carpeting a floor will cost 200 million, a lot of people will not have their floors carpeted. Okay. We are realistic in this round. Prempeh College, where in the body do the following occur? In fact, I'm going to alternate this. So I'll tell you a phrase or a sentence, a process, and you tell me where in the body that occurs, and I'm going to alternate between the two schools. Only one attempt. Only one attempt. Where in the body do the following occur? Prempeh College, synthesis of vitamin D. Kofi?
In the skin.
In the skin. That's why we in the tropics get a lot of vitamin D just walking about. So the sunlight on the skin gives us the vitamin. Ghana Secondary, synthesis of bile salts. Nihad?
In the liver.
In the liver. Prempeh College, secretion of sebum. Yao?
In the sebaceous gland of the skin.
The skin will do, yeah. Ghana Secondary, secretion of the hormone insulin. Nihad?
In the pancreas.
In the pancreas. Prempeh College, formation of red blood cells. Yao?
In the red bone marrow of the bone.
The bone marrow. There's no white bone marrow, it's all red, right? All right. The last one, Ghana Secondary, detection of changes in the body temperature. Nihad?
In the brain.
Which part of the brain?
Medulla oblongata.
No. But let me give you 1 out of 3. It's in the brain, but we wanted it more specific, and it's the hypothalamus. Okay. Prempeh College, what is the difference between a reaction that is in a chemical equilibrium and one that is not? But why are you telling him to say, okay, Kofi?
Okay, in a chemical equilibrium reaction, the rate of the forward reaction equals the rate of the backward reaction. So the reaction will proceed in 2 directions. But in one which is not in chemical equilibrium, it is only the forward reaction.
Well, so, yeah. The one that is not in equilibrium is not only the forward reaction, but it's just not equal to the backward reaction. But that will do. Ghana Secondary, can a catalyst play a role in a process that attains equilibrium? Can a catalyst play a role in a process that attains equilibrium? If you say yes, give me the reason why. If you say no, give me the reason why. Cyril?
It plays a role by speeding up the process of attaining the equilibrium.
That's correct. Prempeh College, give 2 ways in which conduction of heat is prevented or minimized in a vacuum flask. Isaac?
The double walls and then the cork of the vacuum flask.
The vacuum in between the double walls of the flask.
No, but that's what you say. Why? You want to say that?
Not specify the vacuum.
Okay. And then the cork. Kofi doesn't want them to miss even 1 point, so he wants to stress the vacuum. Yes. The vacuum. Yeah, the cork as a stopper, the vacuum in the double wall glass. The other 2 is just to use the glass as a container. That's all true. But I wanted only 2, so that's correct. Ghana Secondary, give 1 way in which radiation of heat is prevented or minimized in a vacuum flask. Isa?
By silvering.
Yeah, the silvering in the inner wall. In genetics, now this is a preamble to both schools. In genetics, discontinuous variation means a type of variation which shows clearly defined characters, no differences in between.
So I'm going to give you characters, and you tell me whether the character I've given shows continuous or discontinuous variation. And I'm going to alternate, one to each school. Now, Prempeh College, skin color. Yes, Kofi?
Discontinuous.
No, it's continuous because there are different shades of skin color. You know, it's not just clearly defined. Now, Ghana Secondary, human blood groups. Nihad.
Discontinuous.
Yes, it's discontinuous. Prempeh, color blindness. Color blindness. Yao.
Discontinuous variation.
Discontinuous. The last one to Ghana Secondary, hemophilia.